to make the time up anyway, so I would much rather make it up now than at the end of the year.
The other options were go on Saturday or extend the school day clear into the next week. So I do think this is a better option.
I think kids will just have to remember to eat a balanced dinner and breakfast and get enough rest.
Some of my students as a senior counselor go to IPFW for classes after school, so it's tough for them, but this is a way for us to get the days in that we need to get in.
I like school. I like my classes. I don't feel like 10 minutes is really going to ruin my life.
I'm excited about the fact that my brother, who's in elementary school, now has to come home at 5 o'clock because where we live, we have a very busy road and he has to cross the street. So
it's whatever, I guess, because as long as I don't have to go longer, stay longer, you know, like.
I don't like it too much because I don't like to stay at 3:35 at school because I want to go home.
It's better than having Sunday school because I get home from competitions at like 1 in the morning. I don't really want to get up 4 hours later to go back to school.
I'd like to have seen Good Friday be used as a makeup day.
10 minutes each period, I think, is very manageable.
I personally like my classes being an hour because I need more time. I think it's a good idea.
I understand why we're having extended days. That makes sense. We can make up all the days. Asking each class, every teacher to do some extra things that are dealing with I-STEP or ECAs is a little awkward. Suppose you have all seniors that have already passed all those tests. It's kind of confused at this point.
It's a great opportunity for us to do some enrichment activities as well as some support activities for students getting prepped for end-of-course assessments, AccuPlacer, AP testing, those kind of things. And I believe it has more impact while we're in the mix of actual learning than it does by tacking on days after Memorial Day when you run into the next week before graduation. So I think it's a better deal for our kids. It's a long day, but I think it's better for kids in the long run.
In Charisma, you've been in Charisma what, 2 years now, right? Okay. So, which of those would you say is like your favorite of the two?
I don't really know if I could pick a favorite because they're so different. Because in band, it's so different between the two. Because in choir, it's more like physical and more of like the singing kind of personal aspect. And then in band, I don't play anymore, so then I've lost that like music side of it. But then it's awesome to like conduct and lead them and just kind of like watch them progress. So it's completely different. But I guess if I had to like pick a favorite, I'd probably say doing musicals. Even though that wasn't part of the question, I like acting the most, probably. Like, I love being on stage, and I love being in band, and I think, like, acting would probably be, like, a little above the both of them. But band and choir would probably be equal.
Okay, so since you're talking about Oliver, or not Oliver, musicals, how, like, what did you think of Oliver and being the lead? How was that?
Well, it's debatable whether I was the lead or not, because it's kind of a Fake and Nancy show. Even though it's called Oliver, Oliver doesn't really do much. I mean, I loved being Oliver, but I don't know if I'd call him the lead, but it was definitely one of the best things I've ever done. I was just like in the auditorium today, and Miller was talking about some freeze frame sets that we did that never worked, and it just made me really miss it, and I got so close to Sydney and Caleb, so that was awesome. I don't know, it's definitely one of the best things that I've ever done. I'm really glad that I got to be a part of that.
With Oliver, you cut your hair off. Was that a personal decision, or were you kind of forced into it?
I technically wasn't forced into it, but they made it clear before auditions that whoever was Oliver would have to cut their hair. And I've always wanted a pixie cut, so I was like, well, whatever, I'll audition for Oliver. I'm probably not going to get him anyway. And then I got the part, and then I was horrified, because, I mean, I've always wanted a pixie, but I kind of wanted to do it, like, when I was ready, and then I did not get that luxury, but I didn't cry.
Since you're involved with so much at Northrop, would you say you have a lot of school pride, or?
It's weird, because I feel like a lot of, like, Northrop school pride comes from the sports, and all tailgate kind of goes to use the sports, so I have school pride in marching band and in choir and our theater program, but I I've never really participated in like tailgate events. I don't really own a lot of like Northrop attire, so I guess it's kind of like a different pride.
For after high school, since you're a senior, what do you have, any plans, anything?
I really like math and kind of engineering, so I've thought about doing like maybe like biomedical engineering, where I could like engineer the different medical tools. But then also I'm like, theater! So I'm at all ends of the spectrum. I have no clue what I want to do. Because I'd love to go into theater, but then it's not practical, and it's just unrealistic, and I don't know if I get cast in anything, and that's horrifying. And then I don't think I want to pursue band or like choir, because I'm not that great at singing or any instrument alone. So, but I really like acting, but I also really like math. I don't know what I'll do.
How long have you been drawing?
I have been drawing for a very, very long time. For years and years and years.
You love drawing?
I love drawing. It's one of my passions, actually.
Do you have a favorite piece of work you've done? If so, what is that?
My favorite piece of work I've done would probably have to be for my friend's music company. It was a piece titled Either Way It Goes, and he used that for like his website and his album cover, etc. So it was pretty cool to know that I got my stuff like put out there in a sense.
Have you gotten any art awards?
I haven't gotten any art awards yet because I haven't entered my stuff in any like art competitions, but I will be this year, so hopefully something good will come out of that. So, yeah.
Are you planning on taking this class in college, or what are your future plans?
I definitely plan on being an art major in college, definitely studio arts, and then maybe like graphic design because I like doing that too. But yeah, I plan on taking drawing in college and making something out of that.
Oh, I've been drawing like all my life. Always loved to draw, you know.
Do you have a favorite piece of work you've done? If so, what is it?
This blackboard, and it's of a cat, and it's my favorite because, I don't know, I just went at it with this kind of attitude. Like, I've never done this before, so I'm okay with however it turns out, and thankfully it turned out nice, which is alright. But I think it's my favorite because I went at it with that good attitude. Okay.
Have you gotten any art awards?
No, I haven't gotten any art awards, unfortunately.
Are you planning on taking this class in college, or future plans? Like, what do you have? What do you have planned?
That's a hard question. I mean, like, I know I want to go to college for art, but I don't know exactly what for. I just know that I want to go to college for art because I don't want to be miserable doing something I don't enjoy. I obviously enjoy art.
How well do you think they're progressing in class?
Well, I think they're progressing pretty well. They came into my class as advanced students with not a lot of background in drawing. Through the year, my students always progress and their skill improves over the years. So if you were to look at their drawings from the beginning to the end, you see a lot of improvement from the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
As a teacher, have you gotten any awards from the students' work?
Every year my students win regional and national awards, Silver Keys, Gold Keys, American Vision Awards. All of the Gold Keys go to Scholastics competition in New York, and the Gold Keys and the American Vision Awards compete for national awards.
Do you have a favorite student's work?
I don't really have favorites. I have a lot of students that are at different abilities and ranges. I have AP students that are very advanced who you photographed, whose work is a lot farther along and much more advanced as far as skill-wise. I like all of my students and I like their work. Every student's work has something kind of special about it.